What's good? This is your boy Tico Tren, and this is basically going to be Tico Tren Unfiltered 4. This is probably going to be the last one I do because they're not really all that necessary to do once I think about it. And so I'm just going to be the last one I do, basically. So it's basically just going to be a rant about some stupid shit that's going on in the world and things around me and stuff like that. If you come in the comment section, feel free to throw a topic at me, and I'll be happy to, give you my thoughts on the shit, basically. But at the end of the day, once you think about it as from a standpoint, you want to basically be able to be a better human being. You want to be able to become the best you can possibly be. You don't want to be somebody that's stagnant. You never want to be somebody that's always. I mean, don't get me wrong. Being under construction is one thing, but always constantly, always constantly like never improving. That's a problem. That's another thing. You can be under construction, but if you're under construction, you're not improving. That's a problem. If you're under construction and you are improving, that's fine. This is the problem that a lot of people have. I've noticed with a lot of the shit that goes on in this world. It typically ends up being always something that people are trying to do or trying to perceive themselves to be. Basically, they do all this extra stuff to basically do nothing, or they do all this extra stuff to basically be basically a empty shell of themselves, or they try to make it so that they're all that in a bag of chips. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, they're really not all that in a bag of chips. They're really not any fucking thing. These are the very problems that I have with people, and they don't want to improve. They always want to try to project this image of themselves onto themselves or try to portray the image that they're really not. I don't really like that type of shit. I never really liked that type of shit. And when it comes down to it, I'm not really a fan of it. Like, there's a lot of people that are fans of it and that want to act that thing and be that shit. But at the end of the day, there's no such thing as maintaining frame. It's either you got it or you don't, basically, when it comes down to it. When it comes to your frame, it's either you have it or you don't. There's no such thing as, being the alpha, basically. It's either you are or you're not, basically. That's typically how it works. The sad part about that, not everybody can run around here being an alpha. But, you just got to know your position, basically. Sometimes a lot of y'all motherfuckers is betas, trying to be alphas, basically. Or as I refer to as alpha betas. It is what it is. Accept your lot in life and just accept it. Not everybody's going to be an alpha. Not everybody's going to grow up to be an alpha. Not everybody's even going to be an alpha around other alphas. Hell, alphas are alphas until an actual alpha that out alpha somebody comes into play, basically, and then you find out very quickly you're not an alpha. Typically, how it works, it's like there's always going to be another alpha that out alphas an alpha, basically. So you're basically going to be in a constant struggle to be the top alpha or be the top dog when you're really not the top dog in your own arena. Even when you try to do a lot of this shit, you find out very quickly, no matter how tough or no matter how top dog or top any damn thing you think you are, you're really not. It's the nature of the beast. You basically have to basically accept your lot in life at the end of the day. I've always said when it comes down to it, I always laugh at people because when you look at the black pill community, they always talk about various people and how they look and stuff like that, and how that they're losers and ugly and shit like that. And the sad part about that is those same people that based on their looks and how they look and shit like that are the same motherfuckers that's running around in a manosphere talk about how sexy they are. And they get this and they got that and they get this and they make these moves and this that, and the other. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, only thing they got to back them and support them is money. That's it. Half the time, that's all people got is to support them is money. It's the nature of the beast. But at the end of the day, it's all about improving yourself to be the best you that you could possibly be. You may not be that alpha, you may not be that, that top dog or whatever the fuck you want to be, but the sad part about it is at least you improved yourself to the best of your ability. And when you hit a plateau, always don't never be never never be scared to basically ask for help so you can, get out of the plateau phase basically, and be always improving towards better at the end of the day when it comes down to it. Because if you're not, then you're not going to be the best you could possibly be. And sometimes when you want to be the best you could possibly be, you need is all the help you can possibly get. It's kind of like, think of it like this: you're exercising, and you get to your point of your exercise where you start plateauing out. And when you plateau out, you basically either need to go more extreme, or you need more assistance, or you need somebody that's going to give you that extra kick to basically get you over that edge or get you over the plateau hump, basically. Same concept for yourself when it comes to bettering yourself. Sometimes you're going to plateau out, and you're going to need that person to kick you over the edge, basically, to make you a better person. That's typically all it really is. Um, this is a problem that a lot of people have. This is a lot of problem that a lot of men have. Hell, this is a problem that a lot of women have nowadays, because women live in delusion, so they believe that that everything is just given to them and stuff like that. Hell, half the time women run off the fact that somebody's willing to sleep with them. It makes them so attractive. It's like, if you want to value yourself on sex, I guess. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, it's not how many people want to sleep with you; it's how many people want to wife you up. And it's the problem that a lot of women have. They can't equate, or they can't figure out why they're in the messes that they're in for various reasons, because they don't quite understand it. They don't quite know why, and they don't quite understand it, and they wonder why they're always end up in the messes that they're always in. Sadly, because women don't know how to accept failure. They don't know how to accept the fact that they're not who they are, who they believe themselves to be. Sadly, and when you can accept that, you'll be a better human being and have a better life at the end of the day. It's typically how it works. It's sad, but it's true. But women live in delusion, and there's the men that keep them in delusion. Sadly, like we always talk about, there's women that think they're like ones, twos, and threes that think they're sevens, eight, and nines, 7, 8, and 9s and shit like that, which is sad. Like we all know damn well there ain't no 7, 8s, and 9s, and we don't even know why we're even entertaining their thoughts of them being 7, 8s, and 9s. But the sad part about that is their friends will keep them in that delusion for the rest of their lives. They'll tell them how pretty they are, even though they know 9 times out of 10 their friend is ugly as hell, and they're probably the prettier one of the two. Basically, I mean, if you don't think you're the pretty one of the two, you're probably the ugly friend. Not at the end of the day, once you think about it. But yeah, it's what it is. You basically have to accept your lot in life. If you're not an alpha, you got to accept the fact that you're a beta, or any of the things on the freaking you know alphabet pole. Basically, you got to accept the fact. You got to just accept your lot in life, who you are. A lot of people aren't going to be alphas. A lot of people are going to be betas. A lot of people are going to be deltas. A lot of people are going to be fucking gammas. And you know, at the end of the damn day, it is what it is. You just got to accept your lot in life. At the end of the day, what's up, D man? What's up, Rip on the wind? You just got to accept your lot, and then when you get there, you basically just got to be the best you could possibly be when you get there. Because the sad part about that is everybody's running around here trying to do stuff for other people, when in fact you should just be doing it for your damn self. Everybody gets this whole entire thing. Well, I'm gonna do this and get these women. It's like, no, nigga, just do it for your fucking self. Because at the end of the fucking day, it don't matter if women come or go. The sad part about that is all you got is yourself. They don't make they don't make caskets with bunk beds. I hate to break it to you. So it don't matter how many women you do it for. Those women aren't getting in your casket with you, nor are they being buried with you like you're a pharaoh. At the end of the fucking day. So you're gonna basically live a measly, meager life, basically chasing women on a dream, basically, on a dream that you're chasing women, basically. It's no, you can't, you can't be, you can't be always trying to chase a dream based on somebody else, or trying to do something for somebody else. You got to do shit for yourself. You got to do shit because it's better for yourself. You got to do shit because it's healthy for you. You got to do shit because it makes you a better human being. You got to do the shit because without it, you won't be the best you could possibly be. Never do shit for other people. And this is the one of the many things that the black pill community has a problem with. They always want to do shit for other people. They talk about themselves. They talk about how ugly they are, short they are, this, that, and the other, and a manlet and all this other stupid shit. And the sad part about that is, at the end of the fucking day, they do it. They do the shit, and all they want is basically the chance to reproduce. The sad part about that is a large chunk of men will never reproduce. Sadly, we all know this fact. We all know this in history. A large section of men would never reproduce in their lives, sadly. So you have to accept your lot in life at the end of the day. Or you have to go for something that, you instead of trying to be, what's up? Instead of trying to be something that you're not, or trying to date somebody that's out of your league, date somebody that's in your league if you really want that baby, basically. If you really want to have that kid, date somebody in your fucking league at the end of the day. The sad part about that is, like I said, people do shit for the dumbest reasons, and they never do shit for their own damn good or their own damn health. It is what it is. But when it comes down to it, if you're doing shit because everybody else is doing it, or everybody else says it'll get you this, or you believe that you'll possibly get this girl, or you believe any of this extra shit, it's nothing but horseshit, basically, at the end of the day. I mean, you can be rich and get a girl, yeah, but this question is it your child when it comes down to it at the end of the day? Those are the things you got to look for. Those are the things you got to watch out for at the end of the day. Because if you don't, you end up screwed like a lot of the baby boomers back in the fucking day. Coming and finding out that, the baby's not yours and shit like that. And it's sad to find that out. It's really sad to find that shit out. At the end of the day, it's really, really sad to find that shit out. That you're not the father of the baby. After years of raising a child that you thought was yours, you find out, on some 23andMe shit that the baby's not yours. It's sad, but it's true. But, that's basically at the end of the day, the thing in a nutshell, basically, at the end of the day is basically improve yourself and make yourself a better version of yourself. Never do it for anybody the fuck else. Do it for your fucking self. If you can't do it for your fucking self, then don't do it at all. Because now you're being disingenuous with your fucking self. Just better yourself. And do it for you, and do it for your own good, and do it for your own health. This is Tico Tren Red Pill, and this will be the last Tico Tren Unfiltered. Y'all have a blessed one and be good to yourselves. Adios.
That's my baby girl right there. Ooh, she with her friends. I'm a dog, I ain't shit. I'ma wind up in her friends. Bad guy, outlaw. Ooh, I'm like Pac, but I ain't die after the second time I got shot.